Hi, my name is Lopez, and I'll be talking about my experiences here at early college high school and what led me here. As a kid, I wasn't doing or thinking many of the other things that other kids were doing and thinking. I understood more things than a typical third grader because of my family circumstances. For example, I understood that I had to take care of my younger siblings because my mom worked often and my dad wasn't around. This was something I was okay with, and it wasn't bad, except for the times that she would come home late without us knowing. During these times, I had to learn to be responsible and maintain my composure to make sure my siblings were fed and they didn't get more scared than what they already were. I also understood that my father wasn't around because he lived with his girlfriend. Some kids wouldn't be happy about this and they might be uncomfortable, but I was okay with it because I understood that not every parent would remain a happy couple. My experiences growing up were hard. I struggled with myself for years when we moved to South Carolina. Texas life seemed a lot easier, but moving here changed a lot of things. That my character grew into a better one, my inner self was derailing. I'm getting better thanks to the people at early college though. Despite the classes being hard at times, I feel a comfort here that I hadn't felt at any other school. Middle school was a tough time for me, as many things were going on at home and school was weird. Though I struggled, understanding these things made me a more responsible and quiet person. I don't act out or behave badly, and I try to do well in school for my mom and for myself. My experiences led me to become a person who is reliable and very open minded. I can accomplish any task I set my mind to, even if it's time consuming or time restricting. The most significant piece of community service that I've done throughout my time in high school would be the time that I went to Shepherd's Table. I wasn't able to go to many places throughout my time in high school as my mom was too busy working to drop me off or pick me up. Because of this, I tried taking every opportunity I could to get community service hours. One time in the 10th grade, I was able to volunteer for Shepherd's Table. It was kind of slow and there weren't as many people as I expected. Of course, I took this in the right way though, as not many people would be in need. This day, though, was one of the most significant to me because of a specific woman. This woman came into the building to get food. As soon as she came in, her attitude seemed a bit rude. The workers went up to her and calmly explained to her that she couldn't get anything else because she had exceeded the amount of things she could get that day. This made her a bit angry and she became a bit aggressive. It shocked me greatly and I got a bit scared that she would get physical. She didn't though, and after the workers gave her a few more things, she left again. A man who was working there then told me that she lived down the street in a tent after she lost her house. She lived there with her husband and kids. He said that it was a sad situation, but there wasn't much that they could do about it. That really stuck with me and showed me different ways desperate people can act. It made me really sad and changed my perspective on a few things, like the fact that I never really thought about people who had to live in those kind of situations, and I should be more grateful for the life I do have. Things that I'm most proud of during my time here in high school are mostly my grades and the awards I've gotten for them. I try to get A's and B's all the time, and I have many awards for this for high school and college. Another thing I'm proud of are some of the projects that I've helped out with, like the bake sale. Another project that I have worked on was a group exhibition for National History Day. I am especially happy about this project because I got to go to the state competition and got the opportunity to advance to nationals. I don't have many hobbies outside of school, but a few things that I've accomplished is getting better at art and baking. I've found easier tactics to use for baking and I've tried expanding the type of art I do. I also join a lot of clubs like Key Club, and when I don't do Key Club, I do art or do campus cleanups. I'm not 100% convinced about the career I want to pursue, but I think I may have decided to get an English degree. At first, I wanted to do culinary, but I feel like that's more of a hobby to me than an actual career. Besides, I don't think I'm really that good at it. I think I'm better at the decorating than the actual baking. Though I'm not completely sure about a career in English, it's something I could genuinely see myself doing. A degree in English could lead me to become an editor, which is something I enjoy doing. Throughout my time in middle and high school, a lot of people would come up to me and ask for help on their essays. They'd ask me to make sure the grammar was correct and that their sentences made sense. An editor is what I'm leaning toward, but I could end up doing something different. I've already checked a few schools that have an English major, but I don't know what school to look more into. To achieve my goal of becoming an editor, I'll pass all of my classes to get my associate's degree by doing my work in advance so I don't get behind and do poorly. As I have terrible memory, I have to actually study for my classes. When I graduate from Horry Georgetown Technical College, I'll transfer to another college and pursue an English major and get my bachelor's degree. After this, I'll go through my classes and pass them by pacing myself and sorting my assignments by due date, length, and importance. Until then, I'll get more practice evaluating other people's essays. My experiences in life have built the person I am, and even though I struggled at times, I will continue to work through those struggles to find myself.